Welcome back to Square Box Games. We've got the Storm Hero Pack for Marvel Champions. Let's open it up. Every time I forget about the sticker. I know we're a little behind on posting this one, but I just got Storm, alright? And I'm excited. So, deal with it. Alright, typical Marvel Champion stuff. Poster on one side, rules and such on the other. She has a weather deck, showing amplify, icon, and permanent, piercing, stalwart. She's going to come with the leadership. Now the weather deck, if you haven't played with her, basically she has a separate little deck, kind of like Doctor Strange has with his invocations, that represents different type of weather she's controlling. And basically you can have one of them out at a time, and there's cards that let you switch around to the different ones. Basically they're like an environment where, oh my goodness, this is ridiculous, I can't get this open. It's like an environment that would affect all characters, like we'll see here in a second, but it could give boosts to not only your cards and your other players' cards, but the enemy cards as well, the villains. But there's some strategy on when to have certain weather cards out and when to play things. But let's start with the alter ego side here. Ororo Monroe. Hand size is 6, hit points at 10. She starts the game with the weather deck, and then you can choose the support from the weather deck and put it in place. So you can pick which one you want to start with. She's got a recovery of 3. So you can see here, 1, 2, and 1, so a little bit more attack heavy than the others. Swap your weather support with the support of your choice. Basically, take a weather, pick one you want, play it out, and then you're going to do its special ability. You can only do that once per round, but that's fine. So you're going to start with whichever one you want, then you can switch to a different one and use that special ability. Each one of these weather cards are going to have a special ability that we're going to see here in a bit. And here they are. Weather deck, there's 4. They're all permanents. Each character gains Stalwart, the special of draw the card. You could have a Hurricane. Each character gets Retaliate 1. The special is remove 2 threat from a scheme. Thunderstorm. Each character gets +1 attack. Special deal 2 damage to an enemy. That one's probably my favorite of them. And Blizzard, each character gets -1 attack, and then choose a non-elite minion until the end of the round. Treat that minion's text box as if it were blank, except for traits. This can be very useful, depending on which minion you use that on. So you'll be able to cycle those around, and you'll see some of her kit cards are kind of focused on getting those cards into play and, using the special ability on your current weather card. So here's Storm's Crown. She gets +1 thwart. Exhaust Storm's Crown to generate the printed resource on your weather support. Each one of those has a different weather type or resource type. Storm's Cape, she gets +1 defense and aerial. After you resolve the special ability on your weather support, you can exhaust the Cape and ready Storm. So if you got that out, you can use her twice, which is great. That's an incredible card. Her Garden, alter ego action, exhausted to heal 2 damage. Weather Goddess, so this is going to let you swap weather supports and use the special ability, and that is free. That's huge. So basically this 0 cost card is letting you use the special ability on your weather one, of whichever one you want. I guess except if it's the one you currently have out, you'd have to swap it to a different one. So Torrential Rain here. This is a superpower trait. Remove 3 threat from among all schemes in play. If Hurricane is in play, resolve its special ability. So we're going to see here we've got a card or 2 that really focus on having a certain of your weather cards out to get these cards to their fullest ability. Basically letting them use their specials again. So this is the Storm one, Thunderstorm one. Deal 8 damage to an enemy, which is great, and then resolve its special ability if you have Thunderstorm in play, which will do even more damage. Flash Freeze. The villain attacks you. The villain each minion engaged with you gets -3 attack. Then, of course, use the special ability if you have Blizzard out, Blast of Wind. This is for the Clear Skies one, I think. No. Choose a player and deal 3 damage to the villain and each minion engaged with that player. Resolve this special ability on your weather support. That is a great card. And that's her kit. So you can see it's all about the weather, changing the weather, using the weather to its fullest ability, and manipulating the status of the game. Now she's going to come with leadership, which is my favorite aspect. Another one of the reasons I wanted the Storm, besides the fact that I've always thought her character was cool. So let's see what we got here. Havoc. When he attacks, discard the top card of the encounter deck. For each boost icon discarded this way, Havoc gets +1 attack and takes +1 consequential damage. So you can potentially have a really big attack here. Maybe if he only has 1 health left, you can just go at it. Mirage. I'm not going to read every one of these cards here, but I'll let you guys see it. Gentle. So you can see we got a lot of X-Men allies here. +1 consequential damage if he attacks the villain. Pixie, another X-Men. Uncanny X-Men. Play under any player's control. Of course, 1 team card per player. Each of your X-Men allies gets +1 hit point. This is an incredible card. If each of your characters has the X-Men trait, each of your X-Men allies cost 1 fewer resource to play. So all these guys get an extra 1 point, and they're 1 cheaper. That's incredible. You get 3 copies of that. Leadership skill. To me, my X-Men, play only a few of the X-Men trait. Search the top 5 cards of your deck for an X-Men ally and put it into play. If it's still in play at the end of the phase, add it to your hand. Not discard it, add it to your hand. So you can get them out, play them, pull them back, bring them back out on the next turn if you've got the resources. Effective leadership. Basically, it boosts an ally. So you can see all about being a leader of the X-Men, X-Men allies, boosting X-Men allies. I think this is one of the better pre-con kits I've seen in a while. All right, so now we've got our basic cards here. Forge, the X-Jet, generate a wild resource for a player who has the X-Men trait. Utopia, you can increase your ally limit by 1 if everyone's an X-Men, which is awesome. Obviously, this kit is made for that. X-Mansion, you can heal damage from a mutant or X-Men character. Any player whose alter ego has the mutant trait may trigger this ability. So if you're playing in multiplayer, if everyone's an X-Men, everyone could potentially do this, which is great. Endurance +3 hit points, which is great. 1 per player, but you can play it under any player's control. Just for 1, you just get 3 more hit points. This is an incredible card, especially as a basic. And of course, the X-Men version of the energy cards. And that is it. That is her kit. Let's check out her obligation, Nemesis. You would think with a character this good, we're going to have a pretty rough set here. You can't change forms. You have to exhaust her to remove her from the game. So basically, she is stuck in alter ego form until you exhaust her for a turn to remove it from the game. There's no just discard. Her nemesis is Callisto, part of the Morlock. Let's see. They have Quick Strike. When a knife fight treachery is revealed, give Callisto a tough status card. Leader of the Morlocks. Callisto protects the Morlocks, but she won't let anyone question her authority. The player who defeated this scheme searches the encounter deck, discard pile, and set aside area for a knife fight and reveal it. And here, I'll get a Switchblade. There's that knife fight right there. You can see everything that it does. I'll pause on it for a second. There's 2 copies of that. So that is her kit and her Nemesis stuff. Let's look at the extra cards we get in the Storm pack. The protection one's a Hanger Bay. And then, oh yeah, that's right. we've changed. We come with a modular set. Literally, these are the only extra cards you get. If you want to have an X-Men in protection, you can do that. So, I forgot. We have Shadow King as a new modular set, which I actually prefer them doing this compared to just having more extra cards here. I'd rather have more encounters to play with. There's so many hero cards out there and heroes to play with that are all fun. Give me more minions. Give me more modulars. So the Shadow King, he's psionic, elite. While a controlled minion is in play, sorry about that, the Shadow King cannot take damage. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a copy of the Possessed attachment and reveal it. Ruler of the Astral Plane. When defeated, discard one copy of Possessed from play. There's Possessed. Treat attached ally as controlled, as a controlled minion with a blank text box, which gives him the boost there. He can't take damage while these guys are out. It doesn't take consequential damage. It's scheme, it's the word, blah, blah, blah. When revealed, attach to an ally with the lowest threat without Possessed. If you can't, this card gains Surge, and there's going to be 2 of those. And then we also have a Treachery Astral Attack. When revealed, each controlled minion activates against you, so that's potentially 2 or more, depending on other cards out there. If there are no controlled minions in play, this card gains Surge. Of course, those have quite a bit of boost icons. So there is Storm's set. I'm excited for her. Let me know what you guys think. If you've already played with her, let me know, do you keep her in leadership or have you moved her on to something else? But I'm not going to take any more time. Do all that YouTube stuff people ask for. Subscribe, hit buttons, join things, follow us, whatever they say. But more importantly, go play some games.